Stop for a moment, because what you're about to realize will change how you understand yourself and your connection to reality. Not as an idea, not as a philosophy, but as a real-time experience that's happening right now. You're being observed, not by systems, not by people, not by invisible forces watching from above. You're being observed by reality itself, by the same field of energy that builds everything you see and everything you are. It's not watching from a distance. It's not neutral. It's responsive, constantly measuring, adjusting, reflecting the signal of your consciousness in perfect precision. And that signal is what's shaping your life. Every thought, every emotion, every reaction is data. The field reads it. The field organizes around it. The field mirrors it back as your reality. You're not living in a random world. You're living inside a feedback system that's always responding to the quality of your awareness. When you feel clear, reality becomes clear. When you're uncertain, it rearranges into confusion. You've sensed it before. The way a thought becomes a coincidence. The way an emotion shifts a situation. The way you think about something and the world seems to bend around it. That's not luck. That's the mechanism revealing itself. And right now that mechanism is paying closer attention to you than ever before, because you're entering a stage where you can consciously influence it. Until now you've been broadcasting unconsciously, sending mixed signals, wanting one thing while fearing another, hoping for change while expecting the same. The field responded accurately every time. It always does, but now it's reading a different signal. You're starting to wake up to your own broadcast. You're starting to sense that the observer is not separate from the observed. You're realizing that reality isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. The field doesn't wait. It moves instantly. It organizes itself according to your most consistent state. Not your wishes, not your temporary emotions. Your state. That's why some things shift easily and others stay stuck. It's not because you're blocked. It's because your broadcast isn't clear. It's full of contradiction. You want peace, but you feed chaos. You want freedom, but you repeat old patterns. You want to grow, but you keep rehearsing limitation. The field reads all of it without judgment, without bias, and mirrors it back perfectly. You've felt this intensify. Things manifest faster. Emotions echo louder. People respond differently. Opportunities appear then vanish based on your energy. The feedback is instant. It's as if reality turned up its sensitivity, tuned in closer and said, "Show me who you really are." Because this is the threshold. The moment where you shift from being unconsciously shaped by observation to consciously directing it. This is where personal growth meets quantum creation. This is where awareness becomes your greatest tool. The process doesn't ask for belief. It asks for presence, because the field doesn't respond to what you believe. It responds to what you are right now. If you sit in fear, it mirrors fear. If you sit in trust, it mirrors trust. It doesn't play favorites. It only reflects frequency. This is not about trying to control the universe. This is about understanding that the universe is already responding to you, and you can decide what signal it reads. Think about how often you've felt reality bend around your state. When you were in alignment, everything flowed. Timing was perfect. People appeared at the right moment. But when you were lost in doubt, everything slowed, tangled, resisted. That's not coincidence. That's quantum feedback. You've been testing this your whole life without realizing it. Every moment of clarity brought instant confirmation. Every moment of contradiction brought confusion. The pattern has been consistent all along. You've also noticed the sensations, the physical pull in your chest when you resist what's happening, the rush of energy when something aligns. That's your nervous system syncing with the field. Your body is the instrument. It feels the vibration of coherence and incoherence before your mind can explain it. When you ignore the signal, life becomes louder until you listen. When you follow it, everything simplifies. That's not mysticism. That's physics interacting with consciousness in real time. And here's the realization that changes everything. You are the observation. The moment you become aware of being aware, you shift from participant to director. You can observe your thoughts instead of being driven by them. You can feel your emotions without being consumed by them. You can witness your patterns instead of repeating them. That witnessing is power, because observation without reaction changes the signal. The field reads your calm attention as coherence, and coherence reorganizes reality faster than effort ever could. You've been told to work harder, to push, to struggle, to fix. But the truth is simpler. The field doesn't respond to your struggle. It responds to your frequency. If you push from lack, it mirrors lack. If you act from clarity, it mirrors clarity. The transformation isn't in action alone. It's in the energy behind it. Every time you take action from fear, you strengthen fear. Every time you take action from trust, you strengthen alignment. The difference is invisible, but the results are everything. The most direct path to transformation is awareness, not control, not force. Awareness, because the moment you become aware of a thought pattern, it stops running on autopilot. The moment you become aware of resistance, it begins to dissolve. The field responds to awareness instantly. Awareness creates coherence. Coherence directs energy. That's the sequence. Awareness, coherence, manifestation. You don't need to wait for the right time. The right time is the moment you become conscious of your signal. Now the question becomes simple. What are you broadcasting? What emotion are you feeding most often? What belief are you living through? What story are you telling reality about who you are? Because it's listening. It's measuring. It's responding with precision. You're not being tested. You're being mirrored. The test isn't from outside. It's within. And the moment you change the signal, the mirror shifts instantly. Reality isn't solid. It's fluid. It bends around coherence. It rearranges around clarity. It listens to presence. You felt it in the moments when you stopped trying and everything aligned. You've experienced it when you released resistance and solutions appeared on their own. Those moments weren't miracles. They were clarity made visible. The field doesn't need to be controlled. It needs to be understood. You don't have to escape your past to grow. You don't have to force your future to arrive. You only have to be conscious of your signal in the present, because the field isn't observing your history. It's observing your now. It doesn't respond to what you did. It responds to what you're being. Every second is a new transmission. Every moment is a new chance to shift. That's how immediate your power is. And this is where personal growth merges with quantum manifestation. Growth isn't about becoming someone new. It's about removing the noise that blocks your natural coherence. The more you clear contradiction, the more directly the field responds. The less you resist what is, the faster it shifts into what you prefer. Effort turns into alignment. Work turns into flow. Struggle turns into guidance. You're under observation. The field is reading you now, not tomorrow. Not after you meditate or visualize, now. And what it observes will decide the trajectory of what unfolds next. You can continue reacting unconsciously and broadcasting chaos. Or you can pause, breathe, observe yourself, and let coherence broadcast through you. That choice is happening right now. Reality isn't waiting. It's responding. The moment you shift your inner state, the field begins reorganizing itself. That's not theory. That's the core of creation. The moment you calm your thoughts, you change your electromagnetic signature. The moment you release resistance, you allow new probability to form. It's that fast, that direct, that available. So stop running from the discomfort. Stop fighting your thoughts. Stop trying to control outcomes. Be aware instead, because awareness is control without effort. Awareness is action without force. Awareness is the signal the field understands best. When you become aware of your own energy, you stop being the echo and become the origin. You stop reacting and start creating. This is the new threshold of growth. Not learning more, not doing more, simply remembering that you are already influencing everything through your state. You don't need to master the universe. You need to master the signal you're sending into it. And that signal is being read now in this moment by the same field that creates worlds. You're under quantum observation. It's time to direct your energy. You've noticed the pattern by now. The moments when you react, reality reacts with you. The moments when you choose awareness, reality calms. This is not random. This is how energy flows between you and the field. Every reaction sends a signal of resistance. Every moment of awareness sends a signal of direction. The field does not choose between them. It simply mirrors the one you're sending most clearly. When you react, you amplify chaos. When you respond with awareness, you amplify coherence. That's why situations seem to spiral when you're emotional. The field reads the emotion, matches the frequency, and multiplies the reflection. That's not punishment. That's precision. It's showing you what you're broadcasting. So, the next time life feels chaotic, stop asking why this is happening to you. Start asking what you're transmitting right now, because that's the answer. You've spent most of your life in reaction mode, reacting to people, reacting to circumstances, reacting to your own thoughts. You thought reaction was natural, that it proved you were alive. But reaction is just unconscious broadcasting. It's the field reading your automatic patterns and amplifying them. You say you want peace, but you react to conflict. You say you want clarity, but you react to confusion. You say you want freedom, but you react to fear. The contradiction keeps the signal unstable, and the field reflects that instability right back. Creation begins where reaction ends. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding what you don't want. You stop strengthening the vibration of what you're trying to escape. And in that pause, something opens. Space, presence, awareness. That's the gap where choice appears. That's where creation starts. Because creation is not something you do. It's something you allow through awareness. Think about the times when everything aligned perfectly. You weren't forcing. You weren't worrying. You were simply present. A strange peace took over and everything worked itself out. That's not coincidence. That's creation through coherence. That's what happens when your signal becomes stable. The field organizes around stillness faster than it ever will around force. Stillness doesn't mean inaction. It means deliberate attention. It means energy moving without resistance. You can train this. The next time something triggers you, stop. Don't suppress, don't explode. Just observe. Feel the energy rise in your body. Feel the thoughts rushing in. Notice how quickly your signal begins to distort. Don't judge it. Don't fix it. Just watch. That act of watching is you stepping out of reaction and into creation. The field detects the shift instantly. The chaos begins to calm. You've just changed your reality without saying a word. The challenge is staying in that space, because the mind wants to react. It wants to analyze, control, defend. It's addicted to motion. But the more you practice awareness, the more you notice that reaction always costs energy. Awareness restores it. Reaction drains clarity. Awareness builds it. Every time you catch yourself before reacting, you're strengthening your ability to create. You're teaching the field that your signal is becoming stable, and the field loves stability. It mirrors it with flow. The people around you will sense it. They'll respond differently, even if you say nothing. Because energy communicates faster than words. When you're stable, others feel safe. When you're chaotic, others feel unsettled. You've seen it before. A calm person enters a tense room and the tension dissolves. That's coherence reorganizing the field. That's awareness acting as gravity. You can be that force. Not by trying to control others, but by maintaining your own signal regardless of what's happening around you. The field doesn't respond to drama. It responds to direction. And direction comes from state. You can't direct energy through panic. You can only direct it through presence. That's why your greatest tool isn't force, it's stillness, because stillness is clarity made visible. Stillness is power focused. Stillness is energy aligned. When you're still, you're not empty. You're full of directed energy that the field can organize around with perfect precision. This is what personal growth is truly about. Not becoming invincible, not escaping pain, learning how to stay present through both. Growth isn't measured by how much you achieve. It's measured by how stable you remain when the world shakes. The stronger your awareness, the less the field needs to send turbulence to get your attention. Awareness becomes prevention. Coherence becomes protection. Here's the secret. Chaos isn't against you. It's feedback. It's showing you where your signal wobbles. It's helping you find the places that still react unconsciously. The discomfort isn't failure. It's information. The field is saying, look here, this part of your vibration is inconsistent. Instead of resisting the discomfort, thank it. It's the map. It's the mirror. It's the lesson showing you exactly where alignment begins. Every emotional storm is an opportunity to practice stability. Every trigger is a training ground for coherence. Every setback is a test of awareness. And when you approach life like that, you stop fearing challenges, you start using them. You start realizing that every situation is giving you a chance to refine your signal. You stop asking why this happened and start asking what it's showing me about my state. That question alone changes everything. The field doesn't respond to perfection. It responds to authenticity. You can't fool it with surface calm while your energy screams tension. You can't hide behind positive thinking while your vibration carries fear. The field reads through every layer. So stop performing peace, start embodying it. Stop performing confidence, start living it. The only thing you need to be is real, because the real you is already coherent. You've just been covering it with reaction. You don't need to become someone new. You need to remember who you are when you stop reacting. Because that version of you is already powerful, already clear, already magnetic. When you drop reaction, you drop resistance. And when resistance disappears, flow begins. That's when manifestation speeds up. That's when synchronicity becomes constant. That's when life starts responding in ways that feel impossible until you experience them. Every reaction is an instruction. Every moment of awareness is a new command. The field listens to both. If you react, it creates more of what triggered you. If you become aware, it reorganizes toward peace. You're never powerless. You're never stuck. You're just broadcasting a signal without realizing it. Once you do, you can shift it in seconds. Imagine being able to face any situation without losing your clarity. Imagine being able to stand in chaos and feel still inside. Imagine watching circumstances change in front of you because you changed your state. That's not imagination. That's mastery. The world doesn't bend to your thoughts, it bends to your coherence. So practice this throughout your day. Pause and ask, what am I broadcasting right now? Not what am I thinking, what am I being? Because the field isn't reading your words. It's reading your state. And your state is what creates your next moment. The more you stabilize your state, the more stable your life becomes. When things feel unstable, it's not because life is broken, it's because your signal is shifting rapidly. The field is simply catching up. Don't rush it, don't panic. Hold your awareness steady, let reality adjust, it always does. The field never misses a frequency, it always matches. Right now it's matching you. It's reading you. It's responding to your energy exactly as it is. You can change that energy anytime. You can shift the signal by shifting your state. From reaction to awareness, from chaos to clarity, from noise to direction, that's the real power. You are under quantum observation. You are never not being read. Every moment is communication. Every emotion is information. Every thought is transmission. And the field is listening. It's waiting for you to stabilize so it can align everything you desire around your clarity. You're not a victim of reality. You're a participant in its creation. You're not trapped in the feedback. You are the feedback. You are the signal that reality organizes around. So stay conscious, stay aware, stay present. Because the field is reading you now, and what it reads will become what you live next. You're under observation. This is where you stop reacting and start creating. You've started to notice it, haven't you? how your inner state is no longer private, how your thoughts seem to ripple out faster than before, how your emotions appear to shape what happens next almost immediately. That's because the feedback loop between your consciousness and the field is tightening. It's not just reflecting you anymore. It's syncing with you, reading every energetic detail, translating it into physical form with precision that leaves no space for chance. This isn't superstition. This isn't philosophy. This is awareness meeting response. The universe isn't watching from a distance. It's inside your signal. It's made of your signal. It's listening to your vibration and rearranging probabilities based on what it hears. That's why clarity feels powerful. That's why confusion feels heavy. The field doesn't understand language. It understands frequency. You don't manifest through words. You manifest through coherence. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are isn't what you think about. It's what you consistently feel, embody, broadcast. That's the real message. That's what the field measures. And that's what it mirrors back as your life. Think of it like this. Every moment you're broadcasting a signal. Every thought contributes to that signal. Every emotion amplifies or distorts it. Every belief either strengthens or weakens it. You're transmitting constantly. Most of the time you're unaware of what you're sending. You're thinking one thing, feeling another, doing something that contradicts both. And then you wonder why reality seems mixed, why progress comes and goes, why things align for a while then fall apart. It's not punishment, it's precision. The field is mirroring exactly what you're sending. Personal growth is the art of clearing the noise. The more you clean the contradictions, the more powerful your signal becomes. The more honest you are with yourself, the clearer the broadcast. Growth isn't about becoming positive all the time. It's about becoming real all the time. Because the field responds to authenticity. It reads truth more clearly than pretense. When you fake confidence, the field senses fear underneath and reflects fear. When you accept your fear without resistance, the field reads coherence and mirrors strength. This is where awareness becomes mastery. You don't fix energy by controlling it. You fix it by becoming conscious of it. When you become aware of a pattern, it loses power. When you see the contradiction, it begins to dissolve. Awareness doesn't fight the shadow. It lights it. The field doesn't need you to perform perfection. It needs you to broadcast honesty. Because honesty is coherence and coherence is creation. You can test this instantly. Choose one area of your life that feels stuck. Not the surface symptoms, but the deeper feeling underneath. Maybe it's fear of being seen. Maybe it's doubt about your worth. Maybe it's resistance to letting go. Sit with it. Don't resist it. Don't try to change it. Just notice it. That act of noticing is observation, and observation changes the signal. The field reads that shift. It detects that you're no longer resisting your own energy. That awareness creates alignment, and alignment reorganizes reality. The energy you resist stays. The energy you observe transforms. That's why awareness is more powerful than effort, because effort tries to control what awareness naturally reorganizes. You've spent years trying to control the field through force, through action, through strategy. But the mechanism doesn't respond to force. It responds to state. When you're coherent, action flows. When you're incoherent, action clashes. The difference isn't what you do. It's who you're being when you do it. The truth is, growth doesn't happen when you fix yourself. It happens when you stop pretending you're broken. You've been trying to improve yourself from the assumption that you're incomplete, but that assumption is the very signal that creates struggle. You can't manifest wholeness from the vibration of lack. You can only experience wholeness when you remember that it's already your baseline state. The field doesn't give you completion. It mirrors the completion you already are. Everything you've been chasing outside yourself is an echo of what you haven't recognized within. You chase validation because you haven't recognized your inherent worth. You chase love because you haven't felt your own presence. You chase control because you've forgotten your influence. But once you recognize that the field mirrors your inner frequency, you stop chasing and start choosing. You stop seeking results and start generating resonance. The people who appear in your life aren't random. They're reflections of your vibration. The opportunities that open or close aren't accidents. They're responses to your coherence. The timing of events isn't coincidence, it's calibration. The entire external reality is an interactive mirror showing you the shape of your signal. That's not punishment. That's guidance. The universe is not against you. It's reading you, and right now it's reading you more clearly than ever. Because your level of awareness has risen. The more aware you become, the faster the feedback. When you were unconscious, the response was slow. You could think negatively for weeks before it showed up. But now the field mirrors your thoughts within hours or even minutes. It's not that life got harder, it's that the feedback loop got tighter. The delay is disappearing so you can learn faster. That's not pressure, that's acceleration. You can't hide from your signal anymore. The field sees through surface positivity. It reads the energy beneath the smile. It knows when you're pretending peace while holding fear. It knows when you're projecting confidence while feeling small. And it doesn't punish that. It simply mirrors it, which means honesty is now your superpower. The more honest you are with yourself, the cleaner the mirror. The cleaner the mirror, the faster the transformation. This is where personal growth and manifestation fuse into one process. Growth clears the noise. Manifestation reflects the clarity. Every step of healing is a step toward cleaner creation. Every pattern you dissolve sharpens the broadcast. Every truth you embrace strengthens coherence. You don't grow to become worthy of manifestation. You grow to become capable of sustaining it. Because the field can only hold what you can hold within yourself. You've probably felt moments of clear alignment, when everything felt right without explanation. When your body relaxed, when your thoughts quieted, when the next step appeared naturally. That's coherence. That's reality reorganizing around your clarity. You didn't force it. You allowed it. You didn't command it. You became it. That's what the field responds to. Being, not trying. The greatest shift you can make is moving from effort to embodiment. Stop trying to make things happen. Start being what allows them to happen. You don't need to visualize success. You need to embody the frequency of confidence. You don't need to affirm abundance. You need to embody the state of trust. You don't need to chase love. You need to embody openness, because the moment you embody it, the field mirrors it. When you understand this, the pressure falls away. You realize you've never been fighting life. You've been fighting your own broadcast. You've been resisting your own reflection. And the moment you stop, everything aligns. The people you need show up. The timing becomes effortless. The opportunities flow, not because you finally earned it, but because you finally matched it. You're not manifesting from thought anymore. You're manifesting from being. The field doesn't wait for words. It reads your energy in silence. That's why even when you say nothing, things still change. Your silence has a frequency. Your awareness has power. Your presence is the instruction. You are the signal the universe listens to. So pay attention to the quality of your silence. Pay attention to what you carry when you stop trying, because that's what the field reads most clearly. The pause between actions, the space between thoughts, that's where the signal becomes pure. That's where coherence is born. And that's where manifestation begins. Right now, as you read this, the field is reading you. It's detecting your openness or resistance. It's feeling whether you're leaning forward in effort or relaxing into awareness. It's responding instantly to your state. That means transformation doesn't happen later. It happens the moment you align now. You are under observation. You are transmitting energy. You are shaping reality in every breath. The more conscious you become, the more responsive the field gets. The tighter the feedback, the faster the growth. And the faster the growth, the more precise your power becomes. This is not a theory. This is your life operating at quantum speed. The question isn't whether you can do it. You already are. The question is whether you'll do it consciously. Because the moment you choose awareness over reaction, you stop living by default and start living by design. You stop echoing chaos and start directing coherence. You stop chasing energy and start becoming it. This is the turning point. The moment awareness becomes direction. The moment growth becomes guidance. The moment you stop trying to control reality and start shaping it through presence. Because the field doesn't wait for you to be ready. It waits for you to be real. And the moment you're real, it responds instantly. You're under observation. It's time to refine your signal. Right now, the field is reading you. It's measuring every thought, every emotion, every subtle shift in your energy. It's not judging what it reads. It's simply responding. That means you're shaping reality with every moment of awareness. This isn't a future skill you have to earn. It's what's happening already. The difference is whether you'll do it unconsciously or deliberately. Directing energy doesn't start with control. It starts with recognition. The field doesn't need you to push. It needs you to align. When you align, energy moves on its own. Creation doesn't require strain. It requires clarity. The clearer your state, the faster reality reorganizes. You've already seen this in small ways. A decision that felt right created instant flow. A choice made from fear created delay. The process is consistent. The field is always listening. Everything you experience is feedback about your broadcast. The moments that flow are confirmation of coherence. The moments that clash are reminders of contradiction. You don't need to analyze every outcome. You only need to check your state. Ask yourself, what am I being right now? Because the field is matching that. If you're being trust, it mirrors opportunity. If you're being fear, it mirrors resistance. You can change your signal by changing your state. It's that simple. Personal growth isn't about fixing what's wrong. It's about returning to your natural coherence. The more authentic you become, the more powerful your energy becomes. Pretending weakens the broadcast. Honesty strengthens it. The moment you stop performing, the field reads truth. And truth organizes reality faster than strategy ever will. You've spent years trying to control outcomes through effort. Now you're learning to direct them through being. Being isn't passive. It's the most active frequency in existence. When you embody clarity, the field can't ignore you. It aligns instantly. That's why people who feel certain seem to attract what they need effortlessly. They're not luckier, they're clearer. Their state sends one signal instead of many, and the field responds to one signal faster than it ever could to 1,000 mixed ones. To direct energy consciously, start small. Don't try to reshape your whole life overnight. Shift your state moment by moment. Notice when tension rises. Breathe, return to stillness. Feel your energy settle. Watch how the external starts matching the internal again. This is real-time creation, not theory, practice. When you walk through your day, treat everything as feedback. A conversation that feels off is showing you resistance in your field. A coincidence that surprises you is showing you coherence. A delay is showing you where your signal is unclear. Reality is always teaching. Every event is communication. The more you listen, the easier life becomes. And here's the secret most people miss. You don't have to be positive all the time. You just have to be coherent. If you're sad, be fully sad without resistance. If you're afraid, be fully aware of the fear without denial. Authentic presence is coherent. Pretending to be fine when you're not creates noise. The field responds to coherence, not to forced positivity. When you accept what is, energy flows again. Acceptance isn't surrender to defeat. It's alignment with truth. It's saying, this is my state now and I'm aware of it. The moment you do that, you stop broadcasting contradiction. The field reads honesty as clarity. Clarity reorganizes energy. Acceptance opens the next door faster than resistance ever will. This is how you lead yourself out of chaos, not through control but through alignment. Every situation becomes a mirror. Every person becomes feedback. Every thought becomes information. You begin to live in constant dialogue with the field. That dialogue is silent but precise. You send frequency. The field sends form. You send coherence. The field sends flow. Eventually you stop needing proof. You feel the mechanism working. You see the patterns too often to doubt them. The delays shrink. The responses accelerate. You realize reality isn't something outside you. It's a living system that rearranges around the quality of your awareness. That realization changes everything. You stop chasing results. You start tending to your state. Because your state is the cause of everything. You'll notice that as you stabilize coherence, people will respond differently. Some will feel drawn to your calm. Others will feel uncomfortable because your clarity exposes their noise. That's natural. You're changing the frequency of your environment. Not everyone will match it immediately. Don't shrink. Don't force. Just maintain your frequency. The field will handle the alignment for you. The deeper you go into awareness, the lighter life feels. Problems become signals. Challenges become practice. You stop fearing the future because you know you're shaping it. You stop resenting the past because you see it as training. Everything becomes part of the feedback loop. Everything becomes fuel for coherence. Directing energy consciously doesn't make life perfect. It makes it precise. You still face contrast, but you understand it now. You know how to navigate it without losing alignment. You respond instead of react. You adjust your state and reality adjusts with you. That's freedom. Not freedom from change, but freedom in change. Right now, the field is measuring how this truth lands in you. It's reading whether you feel resistance or resonance. It's translating your reaction into your next sequence of experience. That's how close the link is. Awareness now becomes manifestation later. Every insight you embody creates visible change. Every contradiction you release removes friction from your path. You no longer need to chase the next method or ritual. You've found the source. It's your state. It's always been your state. The moment you own that, you stop being at the mercy of external conditions. You start creating conditions through internal direction. That's what personal mastery really is. You are under observation. The field is watching, reading, responding. Every moment is communication. Every breath is transmission. Every state is instruction. You can send fear. You can send trust. You can send confusion. You can send clarity. The choice is constant and the effect is instant. Direct energy through being, not through wanting, not through effort, through coherence, through authenticity, through presence. The field responds to truth faster than anything else. You don't have to force it. You only have to remember it. Because the truth of who you are is already aligned. The next time you feel lost, stop trying to find answers. Stop running toward control. Pause, breathe, observe. The moment you do, the field responds. You'll feel it. The energy shifts. The situation softens. The next step appears. This is the rhythm of conscious creation. Simple, immediate, precise. You've reached the point where you can no longer pretend you don't know. You've seen the mechanism. You've felt the response. You've watched reality rearrange around your state. You understand now that the power was never outside you. It's been observing you all along, waiting for you to recognize it. So as you move forward, remember this. You are the signal. The field is the mirror. Life is the reflection. Change the signal and the reflection must change. It cannot do otherwise. You are under quantum observation. It's time to direct your energy through awareness, through authenticity, through being. Because that's where creation lives, and that's where you've always belonged.